Good morning, almost afternoon. It is day 142, Sunday, August 2nd. Today, I'm going back into the parks, going back to Six Flags, but this time we're gonna hit up Magic Waters in Rockford to see how that water park is doing with all of the new precautions in place because of the current environment. So let's go see what happens at the water park today. Oh, also, I want to note that today it was supposed to be rainy at 1. So if there were people who were planning to come but that decided not to because of the rain, it might be less busy. But now the rain is not going to hit Rockford until about 5 o'clock. There is a 25% chance before that, but if it does, it'll probably just be sprinkles. So we're gonna get there, go around, maybe get a bite to eat and see how their food lines and everything work and see if they do mobile ordering as well. And then we'll head back home. So this is, I believe, Route 90. So after we pass this, we should be able to see the water park. Up here on the right is Cherry Hill Mall. Turn at this light to go to it. So we are currently circling the road that goes around the mall because it is tucked back a little ways off of what became Harrison, and that came from Route 20. Here, tucked away in this side, is the sign for Hurricane Harbor. And then we go back towards 90. See when they ask us for our reservation. If you don't have a parking pass, it is $10. And over to the right, you can see the water park. This is the back side of the water park. The main parking lot is in the front. I see people in there, but it doesn't look too crowded, not like it used to be. Oh, I guess parking is free apparently because no one is here to check. The parking lot is not super busy. We're gonna park kind of in the middle of no one. So we made it to what was formerly Magic Waters. It's now considered Hurricane Harbor Rockford. They did change the name. Last year it was newly owned by Six Flags, so it still went by Magic Waters. So let's walk up, see if they have the same stations for hand sanitizing and washing, see how their signs are, what's open, how the food is, all the fun stuff. As we are walking up through the parking lot, we are already greeted with a mask warning that anyone over the age of 2 and all team members are required to wear a mask, covering the nose and mouth throughout their time on the property. Leading up, we do see that they have plenty of markings on the ground. To note that social distancing requires you to be this far away, and they do have their ticket stations open. We have a pass, so I think we get to go around. They do have notes that Six Flags is committed to health and safety, so they will have a temperature screening, which if it's anything like Hurricane Harbor in Gurnee, this is where the temperature is taken. Health policy check, don't enter the park if you haven't read this. If you are experiencing any signs of COVID-19, do not go. The other sign that does say, due to the health and safety policies, that certain attractions may not be operating or have limited operations. So based on security screening process, carry all bags on your person. Personal items stay in pockets, hands naturally at your side. Overall sign to wear your mask, wash your hands, cover your cough, keep your space, sanitize often, but most importantly, have fun. Before going through the temperature screening, another sign reminding people that anyone over the age of 2 must wear a mask covering your nose and mouth. We are now inside the tent. This is where they have the temperature screening. We have the same one at this location that they had at Hurricane Harbor. As we head into the second tent, this is where they have their metal detection and security check. Can I go through? Okay.
Go through that again.
Do you want me to leave this out here?
No, go ahead and
okay.
go through again. Okay, yeah. Go ahead. All right, you're good.
Okay, thank you. We are now officially in the water park, and my first stop is going to be to go to the bathroom. First thing to note is that Surfside Cafe is not open, and it is a Sunday, so I would expect it to be open if it were going to be open. We're going to go back on the side of Surfside Cafe, which there are plenty of tables. Some of the tables are listed as not in use, so that way they do maintain distancing. So you have every other one going kitty corner. I wanted to come over here because that blue and, oh no, it isn't a new slide, or is it? I don't remember seeing it last year. So these slides are closed. That green one is one of a looping water slide, but the blue and white one I haven't seen before. I do see an employee have a spray bottle, so he seems to be spraying down the tubes in between each use. Typhoon Terror is the green and purple tornado slide, and that is open, and that is where you would get the yellow tube for, and the green tube, well, you would get these tubes for. The Abyss is the yellow and blue slides, and these are the tubes to go down those slides. They do have two-seaters and I believe individual ones. Over here we have Paradise Pipeline, which is this orange one and the purple one in the back, and that goes up to there. And these are the tubes for that as well. And I, again, believe, yep, there's both double and single tubes. Hawaiian Hideaway is a little snack shop, and that is open. I'm going to stop here to get a drink refill. Here at Hawaiian Hideaway, you can get shark bites, nachos with cheese and peppers, a Bavarian pretzel. You can add cheese to that. And then you can get an icy and ice cream, as well as refill soda or buy a soda or water. Here is a main shot of the walkway. There isn't very many people walking back and forth, although we are all the way up at the entrance. We're going down the side of Hawaiian Hideaway. Over here is where the baby section is. However, it is closed. In front of the Little Lagoon baby area, there is a sign saying that some attractions may not be operating. These water slides over here, they are completely dry. So these 3 slides, which we did do last summer, are not currently open. Over there where the baby section is and the water slides, we have, this used to be a snack shop, but it is now guest services. Going down from the slides, we have Island Traders, Souvenirs and Sundries, so we can go and take a look in here and see what they have. Got water shoes. They're selling masks if you don't have one. Goggles, plenty of goggles. Hurricane Harbor water bags. We've got lifeguard sweatshirts and tank tops and little shorts. We got some jewelry and hair ties over here. Swim outfits. More swimming outfits. We've got, oh, I like those flip-flops. $7.99. They also have some blue ones. We got some 2-piece swimsuits. Plenty more flip-flops over here. I think these are adult sizes. More swim shoes, even pink and purple ones. Yeah, candy section. Ooh, ice cream. I might have to come in for an ice cream for my snack again. I don't know which one to try. Maybe strawberry this time. We came out from the store, and over here is a sign to keep your space, remaining 6 feet between you and your group. You and your group and the other guests and employees. So there's guest services over there. This is the store, and across from the store is what is usually a wave pool. I'm going to assume that the waves are not going though because of the Illinois regulations. But as you can see, there is a lot of space in the water. This is the sign for Double Dare Drop. This is where you would go in to do the pink and yellow and blue and green slides, which I do see people up there, so think that they have it going. This stand right here used to be a burger place. Right now they have chicken strips. Next to the food truck is a Dippin' Dots that is open. And that is the Double Dare Drop. It is, Talon and I did it last year, and it is really steep, but fun. That is an intense drop. They do have the little splash pad area open. Let's get our feet a little wet, huh? Ooh. You can see here that Splash Magic, which is their lazy river, is open. And I only see a handful of people around. Let's see if we can get a better look over the bridge over there. So there's a few groups in there. As long as you maintain your space, there is plenty of open space, and you can always, it's not, I think it's only 3.5 or 4 feet deep, so you can pull yourself back if needed. So we're gonna go up on the bridge. You can see there's plenty of lifeguards around at every corner. You don't see anyone coming from this side. Over the bridge is Tiki Island, which is for younger kids. It's similar to Skull Island that we saw over at Hurricane Harbor Gurnee. So let's go see how busy and or not busy it is. Another shot of the lazy river with a waterfall at this point. Set back from Tiki Island, you have a whole bunch of chairs that you could sit in that are pretty spaced out. Unless you have a big party, those would be for one big party. Across from the lazy river, there are cabanas. They are for members, or you can rent, and then they will unlock it. It looks like that one is unlocked. So, oh, there is someone sitting there. So let's go take a walk around Tiki Island to see how it is. I mean, it looks like there's groups of kids, but everyone's pretty well distanced. I don't see many people playing up in the netting. Slides appear to be pretty empty. This is one of the areas that I like to bring Chayton because it is shallower water, but there's plenty of water coming down to play in. Yeah, I mean, there's not many kids back here. These, I think at one time used to shoot water. They did not shoot water last year though. We're over back behind the pink and purple slides in Tiki Island, and another shot of the lazy river shows just how spread out it is. Where the pink and purple slides come out, over here is another shot of the lazy river. I think this was the group that we saw going in, but still plenty of space. Over here, still pretty empty. I haven't seen anyone come down the slides yet. Not busy at all. Over here by the green slide is another walkway to go up and around. And up here is actually a different splash pad, which is the first place that we ever brought Chayton to play here, because as you can see, it is just a little bit of bubbling water coming out of the ground, nothing deep or anything. So he just got to sit down in here and enjoy the water. From the splash pad, you see the other part of the lazy river, still pretty empty. I mean, not empty, but definitely spaced out. Coming off of the bridge going into the Tiki area, they do have a hand sanitizer station. In between the bridge to go back to the main part of the park and the one to go to Tiki Island, you do have these patio areas that you could rent out. This one is currently, I think, being rented. It's at least open, so you can have your family just sit and relax in a quiet little designated spot. And those rental cabanas behind the lazy river are called Cabana Village. Back here is the back entrance. Last year it did get busy. They had people parking out in the grass in the back here, so they would have this entrance open, which I actually would recommend coming to this one if you are planning to go straight to Tiki Island, because you are entering right here. And right there we have Hula Hut, which is bathrooms, and they do have family changing rooms, 2 on each side, that do have showers and a bathroom, so you could fit everyone in your party in one of those. Outside of Hula Hut, we have a hand washing station. In between the food place and the once wave pool, there is another hand washing station and a sign reminding you to keep your mask on. So this is Paradise Pizza. It appears that they are open. Only one door is open. I'm not sure what I want to eat. Let's take a peek at the menu and see if they have more than just pizza. Chicken salad, breadsticks, and pizza. Here we have a notice to keep your space when in the water. You gotta keep 6 feet between you and your group and the parties around you. Still haven't seen a sign that indicates if the waves are not running. So let's see if we can find that. You can see some of the items still say Magic Waters on it. On the other end of the pool, it just has another Keep Your Space sign. From the pool, if you turn, there's a hand washing station there. That is where they used to have the self-serve soda machines, but they're not doing any self-serve. The Tubes and Life Jacket location is open, so you could rent a tube. Up by Guest Services is another hand washing station. Right outside Guest Services is a hand sanitizer station. I spoke with someone in Guest Services. The waves are not running due to the pandemic, and they are sanitizing tubes in between each rider unless they are taking the tube back. It's just between new riders. Coming back up on where that double slide, the drop slide is, you have another hand washing station that I missed originally. So I'm gonna go sit over here by Paradise Pizza. I am gonna order a chicken salad because it's a little hotter today, so I don't want to do anything too hot on its own. So I'm gonna look and see how the mobile ordering would go here. Before entering the restaurant, they have a sanitizer here, so I'm gonna use that before going in. So I sanitize my hands again after coming back out after getting my food. I'm gonna take off my mask for an eating break. I'm gonna put it in my pocket instead of on the table. And I'm gonna dig into this salad. The salads that they have are a fairly decent portion. Filling. Okay. I'm gonna put my ranch on, then we'll try it. It's a salad, but it's very refreshing in this heat. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna eat, and then maybe go get an ice cream. Thought without kids, I wouldn't need to fight for my lunch, but someone wants a bite. First, this is the first time I've seen a bee. Granted, obviously we haven't been to the theme park since they've been closed, and now is about the time that bees start coming out. And you can see it got a little bit dark, and the clouds are starting to roll in. So after we eat, we're gonna go get an ice cream, then we'll probably call it a day. I did get the strawberry one, so we're gonna try that. And I'm kind of over where the toddler area that's closed is to hopefully stay out of people's way. So refreshing. It's like a strawberry and cream bar. And I forgot to mention what the mango one was like, but it was like a mango and cream. Because these are ice cream and fruit bars. So not just the fruit, but a creamsicle basically. So I finished my ice cream, and as soon as I did, and I stood up and threw my stick away, there's some raindrops coming down. It's not hard or anything. So I'm gonna finish up around here first. One thing I saw for the double slides over there, you can see that there are markers every 6 feet going up to tell you how far away from your party in front of you need to stay. Paradise Pipelines, you can kind of see they do have the markers on some of the steps as well. Here at the entrance, they do have a hand sanitizing station. Going up these stairs, you can clearly see the markings. Here at Hideaway, there's a hand sanitizing station. Over here at the food place that we said was closed, they do have the door open, so they are doing something in there. Maybe it just wasn't ready to be opened yet. In between music, they do have an announcement over the speakers that does indicate to keep your mask on unless you are in the water, even when you are in the food lines, and anywhere unless you're sitting and eating or in the water or on a ride. And behind where you would walk up to do the typhoon one, there's the lines. Clouds are rolling in. Getting out of here just in time before this big cloud comes over. One last shot of the main walkway before we take off. Coming out to the front, there is no longer lines. Very few people out here. Their parking lot looks full. It is a smaller parking lot, so it does not appear to be a huge amount of people when they're spread out in the park. From the car, you can actually get a good view of how they are spaced out. There's someone on the stairs, and then there's another group that's on this little walkway there. So they are maintaining their distance, and you can see If you look under where the green part is, there's a group there and a group there. So I'm getting ready to head out of the park. Before I do, I thought I would sit down, chat a little bit about this park and what to expect. The capacity, again, 25%. It's very open, very distanced from what I can tell. I did not go up on the slides, so I didn't see how well it is distanced when you're on the stairs, but there are notice marks on the stairs to tell you how far you're supposed to stay. It just depends on people following those precautions. The food places are very minimal because this one place that we're sitting next to is not open. So there's no hamburgers / cheeseburgers. It's only chicken salad, pizza, or chicken strips here. So I do think that Hurricane Harbor and Gurnee does have more options for food at least. Ride-wise, there's a handful of slides here not open and the one baby section. However, this park, we always came here because it was easier to manage the kids, just me, because I felt like with it being a smaller park, I could keep my eye on them a little bit easier. I also feel like they can all participate in the different things except for the slides that Chayton can't do. The slides are kind of maintained in one area, so if the kids did want to go down the slides, I was comfortable with letting them go up and staying down with Chayton. So that is one reason I do like this park. But space-wise, I do think Hurricane Harbor has more available. The lazy river at Hurricane Harbor in Gurnee, I believe, is bigger. The Skull Island, I believe, is also bigger than the Tiki Island. But if you are just looking to get into a water park just to have some time playing in the water, this park would definitely be a good option. As long as you don't have too picky of eaters. The picky eaters probably won't find a snack or a lunch unless they like pizza or chicken fingers. I've definitely seen more hand washing stations here than hand sanitizer stations, whereas at Gurnee, I do feel like they had more hand sanitizer stations. They also had a lot more right by each other when you're walking up to the water park, which makes me hopeful that they're planning to open that theme park because that's where all of those stations were when you first walk in. Fingers crossed that they open. All in all, it's always a good day to get to a park, even if I'm not doing any rides, just to be here, maybe grab a bite and a drink and an ice cream. That's kind of my thing during the summer, I guess, is to grab lunch and an ice cream. It'll be more fun when I can bring the kids, which we do have a surprise visit to the Gurnee water park coming up for the kids to get to experience it, but that's a different day. So until then, we'll see you at the next Meyer marker.